All right, we're back. Sports Unplugged. Just got finished talking about the NBA. Now we're going to get in a little Super Bowl action. Let's get right to it. Baltimore Ravens come in. Magnificent story. Ray Lewis, last ride. This is how I'm going to do it, fellas. I'm going to put the pressure on you right before the playoffs. We got to do this. Now the team's playing for Ray. San Francisco 49ers. Jim Harbaugh probably made one of the gutsiest calls a coach has ever had to make in the history of the NFL. He had a starting quarterback who at the time was, 6-3, 7-2?
Yeah.
7-2 before he got hurt with a concussion, ready to come back, ready to play. Listen, man, I'm going to give the guy that's been sitting behind you for 2 years a shot.
Right.
We're going to try this new pistol offense wrinkle in here, and he has been off the chain since. I also want to say this, too, Mr. Kaepernick, if you're listening, you have one of the baddest women I have ever seen in my life. That boy girl is cold. Have you seen her?
No, I haven't.
Bruh, look here. I got to pull up for you right now. That woman is on. No, Colin, you gotta, if you mess up with that one, shame on you. Shame on you, bro. Oh, she is gorgeous. She is something hot, G. She's off the chain. Let me tell you something now. I thought Floyd Mayweather was winning the girlfriend, baddest chick thing. Nah. Colin Kaepernick girlfriend is
Jay Marie?
Huh?
Jay Marie?
I think that's her name. She is awesome. Yeah, she's real awesome.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, she real awesome, bro.
Yeah,
she real. You see the one where she's got on the San Francisco 49er hat, nothing on, just covering her boobs?
Yeah.
She bad, man.
Yeah, that's nice.
She bad, man.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I don't know what she is, but she bad, man.
Yeah, you are right, sir.
So he's winning off that alone.
Right.
But I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens. Let me tell you why. I just think they're going to assign someone to Kaepernick. Maybe it's an Ed Reed. Maybe it's the Patriot killer, Bernard Pollard. And with the type of physical ball, first of all, this is going to be a very physical game.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see some flags and penalties for people getting popped. Some helmets to helmets. But I think what's going to happen, I think they're going to take a Bernard Pollard or Ed Reed, bring them up in the box and say, your job is, whenever the ball is snapped, find Kaepernick and hit him. That's something teams have not been doing. He runs a read option, whether he gives it off or not, put your helmet in his chest, put him on the ground. Even if we got to get a 15-yard penalty, he's going to think about running on us. Now, if you get beat on one, so be it. But every time he touches that ball, I want him on the ground in some way, shape, or form. Touched. And I think Joe Flacco's probably going to live up to his draft status and try to get his elite status. And I think he's going to have a very good game against the San Francisco 49ers secondary.
You know what?
Baltimore 23-20.
I do agree it's going to be a close game. And this is a hard game to pick. It really is, because I can see how either team can take advantage of the other one and win a close game. I really do. I'm gonna have to go with Baltimore only because I need to see Ray get one more.
I want to see Ray.
I want to see a Ray ascend into heaven.
That had to be. Shout out to my man Keenan. From Saturday Night Live.
I want to see Ray Lewis go through the roof and ascend into heaven.
Now
I'm going to the 50-yard line, and I'm going to ascend.
Speaking of Ray Lewis, they tried to hate on him, man. They said he used, in his recovery process, he used deer antler spray, which contains a PED that is banned by the NFL, to get his torn tricep right and get back out on the field quicker. Do you think this is an issue? Do you care? Do you really care? Me personally, I don't care. The man's played 17 years at linebacker, one of the toughest positions to play in the NFL, where he's probably getting hit every down. just like a running back, and he's 127, and he decided to use some deer antler spray just to get back on the field. Didn't make him stronger, didn't make him faster, it made him heal.
Give him that little Wolverine ability.
Yeah,
that healing ability.
Right.
It speeds up the process of the injury and everything like that. First of all, I want to know where the hell they found this deer antler in New Zealand or something like that.
Yeah, they said these are these deers right here are the bomb.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
But look, man. If he is caught to have this illegal substance in his body that helps you heal faster, I really can't get too mad at that because these dudes take cortisone shots, which is a steroid. Just to make sure everybody knows that.
Right.
You're able to play with a mangled foot and knee,
right.
And you take a shot of something into
it,
and all of a sudden you can play again.
Right.
That is a performance enhancing drug. Okay? Get that right. So if Ray Lewis took something to help him heal a tricep muscle, and it wasn't, and from what Ray said, I got the normal package I get from my bosses. Like, this wasn't something that he was trying to sneak and do. This is something that he got from people that he's been dealing with for some years now.
So I should have been caught up.
He never failed a test. Again.
Neither did Lance Armstrong.
Again, I've always said, show me a test with Lance. He
failed one.
He admitted it. I was like, you're not going to get me to admit it. Show me a test.
He never failed one.
Yeah, show me a test.
But when you got 7 people telling on you, man, it's kind of hard.
Show me a test. You can have Jesus himself come down. I saw you do it. You got the paper? Jesus, you got the paper?
You can't handle the truth.
Show me a test.
Right.
Show me a test. And then you show me a test, damn, you caught me. You know what I'm saying? But if you can't show me a test, do you have a picture of me sticking myself anywhere? You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, he hadn't failed the test. Let the man play.
Let's talk about a interesting story on the 49ers side of the ball. Of course, Ray Lewis, this is his last one. This might be Randy Moss's last ride. And nobody's talking about Randy Moss. Second time in the Super Bowl. First time he went with the New England Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Second time he's here with the 49ers. I would kind of like to see Randy win one, but not at the expense of Ray Lewis.
Ascending into heaven. Go ahead.
If Randy was playing against any other team, if he was
I'd be all for Randy.
Playing against the Patriots, I'd be all for
But I'm going to be
Randy.
honest. I'm just happy Randy got to one.
Again.
That's right. The second time.
You're right. Now,
right.
Randy Moss says something on Media Day. He says, hey, I kind of look at myself as the greatest receiver to ever do it.
Mm-hmm.
Caught a lot of flack. Jerry Rice himself even came up and said, well, you say you don't look at numbers. Well, you got to look at numbers. And mine are a lot better than yours.
Mm-hmm.
Thought about it. Of course, you know me. I'm always like to stir the pot. I always like to kick stuff up. So
okay, go ahead.
In the barbershop,
right,
I brought up a little facts, and I said, well, maybe just on the outside, Randy Moss might have a valid point. T.O. might have a valid point.
Yeah.
I said, let's look at the facts. Jerry Rice played how many years in the league?
A lot of them. The dude playing until he was 40.
Close to 20, right?
Yeah.
Close to 20 years in the league. Randy Moss, this is his 14th year in the league.
Mm-hmm.
So that means Jerry has 6 more seasons.
Are you sure it's 14?
Let's see right here.
Because the reason why I asked because there's a couple seasons.
No. Well, I mean, I'm counting everything.
Oh no, you know what? He had one season where he didn't play. He didn't play last year, right? He didn't play last year.
He didn't play last year. 1, 2, 3.
No,
4,
you're right.
5,
he didn't miss any other years. That was it.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. No, 16.
He has played 16?
That's 16. He played 8 games with the Tennessee Titans.
Right.
4 games.
Well, no, actually, I'm going to use that for his benefit. Go ahead.
And this is my point.
Go ahead.
So in, 16 seasons?
Mm-hmm.
In the NFL, he has 962 receptions
mm-hmm.
for 15,200 yards with an average of 15.6 a catch, average 70 yards a game, 156 TDs. Here's a stat I want everybody to look at. He's got 78 receptions or 78 touchdowns of the, how many touchdowns we said that? Of 156. 40 yards plus.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's game changing.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's look up Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice, I'm not doubting that. If we're looking at pure
you look at pure numbers, it's Jerry Rice.
numbers, it's Jerry Rice.
But then also,
I look at effect on the game.
But also, I believe that you play a certain amount of years.
So Jerry Rice started in '85.
Mm-hmm.
Bears just celebrated what anniversary of the Super Bowl?
What, 20?
That they won in '85.
Right.
Okay, so you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 seasons
for Jerry
in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
That's 5 seasons more than Randy Moss.
Right.
All right. Jerry Rice, in 21 seasons in the NFL, has 1,549 receptions, 22,895 yards, which still leads the league.
Mm-hmm.
Average 14.8
right.
catch, 96. His longest touchdown ever is 96 yards. He's got 197 TDs.
Uh-huh.
And they don't give the breakdown on this one as far as
hey.
rush yards.
Hey.
What?
All these numbers? I don't care.
Okay, you don't care.
I don't care about the numbers.
Well, I'll say this. This is my argument for why I say Randy Moss can say that and not get
go ahead.
killed.
Yeah, I think
Randy Moss has played with some of the most garbage quarterbacks in the history of the NFL. And he's one of the few receivers that can say, every quarterback I played with, I made better.
Mm-hmm.
When he left Dante Culpepper, out of the league.
Right.
Went to play with Aaron Brooks, the drunk, Kerry Collins, when he was with the Raiders. Best seasons for those guys ever. He made Marcus Tuiasosopo look great. Played with him with the Raiders. Came back to Minnesota, played with an aging, past his prime Brett Favre.
Right.
Remember that? Yeah, he played with Brett Favre.
For like a game.
For one game. But I'm just saying, then when he went to the Patriots, guess who was already good, but guess who became godlike in 1 year? Tom Brady.
Right.
Best season Tom Brady has ever had as a quarterback in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Jerry Rice, I'm not saying he wasn't great, but Jerry Rice had the luxury of playing one on an offense that nobody had an answer for.
Right.
When my man
brand
Bill
new.
Walsh
Yeah.
brought in the West Coast offense. 2, you played with 2 of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history.
And he played with another MVP in Rich Gannon.
Steve Young,
Mm-hmm.
Joe Montana, all Hall of Famers. Then you played with Rich Gannon, who, like you said, an MVP candidate that year.
Right. Uh-huh.
Then when you went to Seattle, though, things changed.
Well, he was also old as dirt.
He was old when he went to Raiders.
Yeah, but he was old as dirt in Seattle. He was done.
So I'm saying,
and
Randy
another thing, he had them braids that he had no business.
That was worse.
He had no business rocking.
Those are the worst
all.
damn braids ever. Next to Pusha T's, the rapper.
But here's my argument, man. The thing about it is, Randy Moss, if my memory serves me correctly, Randy Moss when he was in Oakland was terrible. It didn't matter who his quarterback was; they were god awful. He disappeared in Oakland. He went to the black hole, and it looked like he was done.
Actually, he didn't though.
Hey, compare.
2005,
Listen. Compare.
He had over 1,000 yards receiving, man. 60 receptions, 1,000 yards. He averaged 16 yards a catch. I'm not gonna say that discipline. And 8 TDs with Kerry Collins throwing him the ball. Marcus Tuiasosopo throwing him the ball the next year. He played. He only played in 13 games, had 42 receptions, 553 yards, a 13 yards per catch average, 3 TDs.
Yes.
Played 13 games with Marcus
Tuiasosopo. What I'm saying that was the year where we're like, man, Randy Moss is probably done. And then he went to New England. 1,400
yards.
Exactly.
98 receptions.
Exactly. He took
1,000 yards.
Yep.
69 receptions.
So
1,200 yards. Then 2010 they said, hey, Wes Welker is our biggest threat.
Right. So here's my thing. And also Randy Moss went off on the sandwich guy, and that was pretty much it.
Hey man, straight cash, homie.
Right. So my thing is when I'm picking who was the greatest wide receiver of all time, you're going to look at the numbers, you're going to say Jerry Rice. Okay, boom, there you go. That's your argument. My thing is, if I want a wide receiver, if I'm going to pick a wide receiver of all time and put it on my team, it's probably going to be Randy Moss.
Yes.
Because if you have any kind of quarterback.
If you have
these guys in their prime.
If you have somebody who could throw the ball
these guys in their prime.
yards.
But when we saw Randy Moss come into this league, that was amazing.
Listen, he came to a team that had Chris Carter. And Chris Carter himself said, it's only a matter of time when I'm the number 2.
Right.
Because this kid is nuts.
It's
Athletic,
ridiculous.
he's nuts. His rookie year, 69 receptions, 1,300 yards. He averaged 19 yards a catch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. I ain't mad at him for saying it. And
Me
when
neither.
you say top 3 receivers all time, Randy Moss, T.O., Jerry Rice. You want to throw the Super Bowl numbers in there? That's cool, but Super Bowl is a team thing. And how many MVPs did Jerry Rice get in the Super Bowl? We'll be right back. Sports Unplugged.